All right. Hello. All right. I have a few different things I'm just going to share here. And I want to go over the new NMNS um, in a different video, but some of the things I'm learning on here already. And this is going to be really cool. So you got the old, there's a lot of different slashers on this site. I've always liked this older one, but I started recently messing around with okay, I was just thinking I deleted it. That would have really sucked. Um, I've been messing around with this one here, and I'm trying to get better with this one. But then as I did that, I starting this new one here that Mike did. This one's really cool because you can. Oh my gosh, it's just so awesome. So I'm gonna go over that in a little bit, but I'm gonna show you what I had, what I did. Okay, that's something else. Sorry. Let me show you. This is what I had it down to originally for midday today in Wisconsin. Okay. This is before I screwed it up. But I just want to share what my original thoughts were. And then I started doing SB pair filters. I started doing a bunch of stuff and I ended up missing it. But this is the winner right here, boxed. It came like 8821 or whatever. So originally I had it down to 10 numbers boxed. Okay. Even if you get rid of the double, I really did think a double today. So the 19 was up in the air, but I really was thinking it was going to hit. But I was thinking it's more going to hit in the evening, but it hit in the day. But so you want to get rid of that. It's still only 111. The 19 was my top one, but 111 numbers boxed as opposed to 715. So I'm finding that with the pick four, even though there's more numbers, there's more opportunity, I think, to gradually, conservatively bring the numbers down through filters because I'm like the over filter king because I over filter everything and then I lose. But with this, it seems like you can actually bring it down very carefully and with filters and still get it down to a very low amount. Now, what's really cool about this is I'm going to show you. Okay, so let me get rid of the double. Okay. Now I did it on the new one here, but I already have something over there, so I want to show that. So for now, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to show you what I had on here. Let me get rid of the keys that I thought two. The two did hit, obviously. So, but you'll see right here. Okay, ready? Watch this. 284 numbers I had it down to start before I did anything else. 284 numbers I had it down to, and the winner's in there, right? All right, 1288. So, how did I do that? Why did I pick these triplets boxed? Very simple. On my box pattern, my single box pair patterns, actually just the single box patterns. I didn't look at these right now, but just looking at the SBP, okay. I thought, I just went for it because if you look at the midday, oops, sorry, I just picked the same thing. If you go to midday alone, maybe you'll notice that the purple was out for just only a day. So I thought, whatever, I'm going to go for it because look at this. Purple hits very often. Very often. I mean, they all rotate. The green, red, and purple. They're all going to rotate. They're all going to hit. They don't stay out long at all. It's just like these over here. They just don't stay out. Like here, the green stayed out for a little bit. And this is where you can utilize the 1 to 10% filter and find the states that are out the longest, okay? Like I did this earlier, and these are ones that I have on here. And you'll notice for the SBP, not the pair patterns, but the actual SBP, I did all triplets, not singling out a specific triplet, okay? Not singling out one of these, because if you do that, now you're looking at straight form. But this is pretty cool. Check this out. You had to go all the way to 3%. I know it sounds like a jump, but not much of a jump, but still to find a red or a purple. Because if you go now, it might have changed now since I looked at it last, but let's see. Under the 2%, we have a red in the 2% now. There was nothing earlier. Wait, I'm thinking something else here because this was loaded with green, unless they were literally all used, and they may have been. Actually, I think they were. Because yeah, I did the SBP. There was like 3 states or so that were all green, and then they were all the way over into the 3%. So they're all gone. So that's pretty crazy. That's pretty awesome That's I did a lot of just kind of like paper stuff today. So they were used. And so the same thing applies. So if you see anything in the 1%, it's not going to last long. And what's nice is, like I said, like I think you just pick one. You can just pick one if you wanted to, but if you wanted to get more, into it, you could look at, the pair patterns or look at the 1% filter and really without much effort at all, pick one. So like I said, tonight I'm just going to pick the red. I think I'm going to pick the red just because the red hits a lot, and I'm just going to go for it just for, whatever. And I did think a double's going to hit today, but now I'm not sure. Doubles hit a lot in pick 4. So it's up in the air now. 19 is also doing the evening for some, but okay, so I'm going to go for the red. So guess what? I brought that over to the new filter here. Okay, this is what I used for the old one, but this is the new one this is so awesome. So, excuse me. So what I did all numbers box straight up here. I did SBP colors, all triplets. Now I didn't singleize the triplets. I didn't do nothing with the green here. What I did is I just added this all pick 4. So you can go through this list. I did all pick 4. And then I selected and I go down. So we picked the SBP colors, okay? And not any specific colors, because you can pick a specific color. I can't talk. Right here, SBP colors. You can do green, purple, and red, but I just picked the colors there. And then over here, I just brought it down to all triplets. I did not signify a certain one, because then you got to look at straights. Okay, it pushes you. You have to do that if you're looking at my stuff in that order. But right now I did all triplets, so it doesn't matter what that is. Okay. And then what I did is I picked red, because when you hit this button here or this one here, it gives you a preview, and that gave me a preview of the colors. So green, red, and purple. I put red. This is what I did earlier, but I did the green. So same thing here. I did the red tonight. That gives you 284 numbers to start. So all that has to happen, instead of 715, all that has to happen is a red has to hit. And look how often the red hits. And this is for pretty much every state. If you see the red out for like this, it's coming back. This is actually a lot right here. Okay. I mean, or the purple or whatever your state's hitting more of, right? So, and then, like I said, here's the information page right here. You can look at the single box patterns. This is what we're looking at right here. Normally I use it for pick 3, but you can also use it for pick 4. And like here's the green, purple, and the red. You can just copy it from here if you wanted to. Same thing, and bring it over here. And then you could just do select boxed and then go down to triplets and bring it down here if you wanted to. But this is what I'm doing for tonight for Wisconsin. I'm doing red. I'm just going to go for it. That starts me off with 284 numbers. Then I said that I think there's going to be a 3 or a 9. Doesn't have to be both, just one of them. And like I said, if you look at the 9, the 9 hasn't hit since the 5th, and you'll notice the 9, you can just go through these, and the 9 drops, very often. Pretty much every number is going to rotate, but you'll notice that the 9, I think, just like the 0, 1, 2, 3, I think the 7, 8, 9 hit just as often. So I think highest winning digit is equally as important. You'll notice here the 0 to 3 key has been hitting like mad. There hasn't been a gap, so I think that's going to be coming here. I think there's going to be the lowest winning digit is going to be a 4 coming up here, or a 5. Okay, or you could say a 6, but I think more than likely a 4 or a 5 for a lowest winning digit will be dropping soon. But that being said, not doing it right now. So what I did is a 3 or a 9 to be used. And then I also didn't really put too much time into that, looking at the V-tracks and stuff. I didn't do any of that tonight. And then I did this one here, single box pair pattern. That's the actual pair pattern, which I show how it flips so often, so constantly, just keeps flipping. And if you do the 10% filter, this really helps to bring that down. So 5's been yellow for a little bit. I think that's going to be dropping soon. I'm not going to put all my eggs in that basket, but you'll notice today's was a 1, 7, and a 12 was used. And if you go to the previous, you'll see that 7 was right there in the 3rd position. That's that 1 to 3, sometimes 4, depending on the state, will be hit. If it's not hit within a draw or 2, it's coming. Okay, it's gonna hit. It doesn't stay that long out, and what's nice is you only need to hit one of them, because the other ones will include that. So, and look at the night before, it was like everything was used. So Right now, I'm going to say what I picked was, well, let's look at it. So I picked 5, 15, and 2, and that's kind of like, that's not a lot, but I'm just going to go with that. So I picked the top 3 because if you look at it, I always look at it here, but then I also just jump over to it singly, and it's the same thing. So even for evening, and sometimes the evening will have a different yellow number, and I'll also include that. Even though looking at just the evening alone is looking at a 1 draw state in a sense, but so I'm going to go with the 15. So either a 5, 15, or a 2 has to hit. Okay, not all of them, just one of those has to hit. Okay, so that's what I'm going for right there. That's what this is. And I just chose that through here, the single box pair pattern. You go all the way down. You got to go through all these filters here, and then you go down to my filters here, and then you go to this one here, pair pattern. Just click that, and then you're going to go over to you're going to make sure this is on numbers, and then you're going to add. And if you want to, you can preview it. And when you preview it, it will give you a list of numbers that you can pick from. And I picked 5, 15, and 2. And then this here, you'll see I did this one here, single box pair pattern. Or no, single box pattern. This is the regular SBP, just kind of like this one. But I picked all triplets to be used, 1 through 24. I didn't pick that many, but I picked these specific ones. And the reason why I did that was because, let me show you why I did that. If I can find it. So I did all triplets, any triplets. I didn't do a specific one because always you got to, like I said, you got to do straight. So let's go to most recent draw. And I think I did it at 20 days. That was not at 20 days. I think I did it at maybe a week. Because these flip pretty often. Like this one here, I think 1 through 24. Is that what I did? Let's see. 1 through 24. I think so. 4, 7, 8, 10. Let's see if that matches up. 4, 7, 8, 10. So this is what I did. So today I'm saying that in any order that one of these triplets will be used. So I'm thinking that another 1 right here in the times drawn will be pulled. And what I mean is one of these yellow patterns will hit today. That's what I'm thinking because it dominates at this only 1 week mark. It's obvious that they're going to flip very fast. Okay, so it's still a vast amount. I like to typically do like 20 to 30 days, but with the pick 4, it's a little different, especially if you're not singling out ABC or BCD or whatever. So I'm doing all triplets, and this is what I'm looking at is these yellow ones. So what I used to do is I would just go over here, and since I'm doing it in boxed form, I would just do reduced option, and I would just look at the yellow one here, and I just boom, copy all those, and then add numbers boxed. But what I'm doing is I'm just looking at the options only, and I'm just copying right here. Copy the yellow ones at that particular time period that you think is going to hit, and then I brought those over to here, and I put them in here as any triplets, all triplets on this here. And then what I did, the next thing I did is I unselected root sums 1 and 3 because I just don't think they're going to hit. They both just hit. I unselected Peyton 1, 2 sums. I unselected the 2, 1. Okay, because the 2, 1 hit 2 times in a row. I just feel like it's going to flip. I might be wrong, but so if these things go correct, then I think it's pretty conservative. I mean, except for this, I could have probably added a few more to that. I think that these 2 numbers are okay. They're not the best. It's not really showing me much, to be honest with you, in the keys. Man, if you have a state that's really popping a key or 2 keys, man, then you can be more confident. Like right now, I'm not really confident in it. I'm just kind of messing with pick 4. This is what I'm thinking, though. These 51 numbers are what I'm looking at. I'm not going to even play online tonight. I'm just looking at this and messing with it to see what I can do. And then I did something else, and my top numbers, okay, I'm not going to put all that in here right now, but my top numbers for tonight are 0389, 1347, 3589, and 5679. Those are boxed. And if one of those hits, then I'll show you what I did. But otherwise, I'm not going to even mess with that right now because it's a little bit more work to put all that in here right now. So that's what I'm thinking for pick 4. I had it down to 10 today originally, but then I screwed it up through filtering. And then I brought it, but it is what it is. And then, and I didn't even play. I did play, but I lost. So, I'm going to get out of here. I'm not going to do any super cash or Badger 5 tonight. I just don't have time for that. And then I didn't even update those lately, but anybody can update those if you do play that. Okay, I just X'd out of that again, and that would have not been good. So let's go over to pick 3, and I'll show you what I'm doing for pick 3. I think I thought I already picked some numbers. I'm afraid I X'd out. Oh, I originally did it on here already. So this is, I didn't put it in here yet tonight. So I was going to redo it. So what I did was this right here. These are my top numbers for tonight. And I did a lot of crazy stuff tonight. So if it happens, it'd be pretty crazy, but I'm trying to do something. So I got it down to 6 numbers. I'm not confident, but I'm like, it's interesting what I'm doing. So I'm going to try something. So, and if it was to be any of these numbers, I think it'd be the 267, because right now in pre-sorted, or aka boxed, 2 or a 3 are due on the front, and they're both yellow. So I'm thinking that the lowest digit will be a 2 or a 3 coming up here in the evening, or just in general in Wisconsin. So that's what I'm thinking for tonight right here. And I like that 267. But see, what I was going to do is I was going to show you just a little bit real quick right here and keep this video under 20 if I can. So what you do is you start off, this is where I normally start off with, add all, pick 3 numbers boxed, and then you just hit add. There you go. You got that in there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to immediately go to select, and I'm going to jump this up to boxed. Okay. Or it doesn't matter. I don't think it matters what I'm doing. So I'm going to do keys. So I'm going to do keys. See, I did all number box. So you can hit the key preview. Shows you down here, obviously 0 through 9 that you can pick. And so now I can go and look at what's due in the evening. See, 2 and 3 are due pre-sorted, right? For the evening. Now we're going to look at keys that are due for the pick 3. So we have 9, 2, and 6 at the top right now. I'm not looking at hot tonight right now. I just don't have a lot of time. So I'm going to do, there's not much, it's not showing much. 5, 8. It's just not showing me much. So let's just jump over here and look at, let's look at the old SB pairs. So we got 10 and 15 both really getting up there. So last night a 2, 7, and 11 were used, or today I should say. So let's look at the previous. 2, 7, 11 was not used. 11 was in the 4th place though. So I like that 10 right there. Let's see here. We got 10 and 15. I mean, that's a lot to put in the basket, just having 2 of them. But I could do, like, first of all, a lot of times what I do is I'll start over here in my stuff, and I'll just see what hit, if there's anything sticking out, like this right here, there was no pink used. Or also like this, I knew there was going to be a 2 today on the front, 99%, because you can never be 100%. But I really felt like there's going to be a 2 today on the front, because 2 drops just like everything else, like clockwork, and it was definitely due. Some 9 hit today. I know that one was up there. So let's look at just the evening ones. A lot of times I'll start with this just to see what's going on. Like, I'm not really seeing much right now. I mean, you could say a 2 or a 3 to hit here again, but look at that gap there. I'm not gonna mess with that right now. So, one of my favorite things to do is to obviously look at the SBP right here, and then bring this back up to numbers, and then look at like 20 to 30 days. So it's not showing me nothing. So let's look at 30 days. That's not showing me nothing. So let's look at Wisconsin. Okay, 30 days is definitely showing me that a 1 is probably going to be hitting soon, but it's only these patterns. It's like, could be another few draws. So let's bump it down to 20 days to see what happens. It's still a chance that it probably won't hit. So instead of 10 days, let's go to 14 days. I don't like it. Let's go back to the evening ones. It's one of my go-to things, but I'm not seeing it, so whatever. Let's just look at the single box pyramid. So let's take 10, 15, and the top 3, like 10, 15, and 9. So in the SB pairs, okay? So 10, 15, and 9. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to go ahead and select, and I'm going to go down to mine. I should be looking at clean and all that stuff too. I want to look at that, but I don't want to spend too much time. I spend too much time on here. All right. So I'm going to do, I already know what I'm doing right here. So now you got to switch this to numbers. Okay. And then you're going to add that, because we're doing a pair pattern, not the SBP. This is the SBPP. So we're going to go ahead and preview that right here. You can hit pick 3, and it shows you the different ones you can pick. And like I said, I'm going to do 15. What am I doing? I'm doing 15 or 10, 15, and 9, top 3. I'm not even going to look at the evening one right now, because it just, whatever. 10, probably why I lose, because I say whatever too many times. So 10, 15, and 9. We're going to, this will start off with now. Oops, did I hit start? All right, so we're start from 76 numbers instead of, oh wait, I didn't even pick my keys. So let's pick our keys. So what did I say? It's not showing me much, but let's just take the top two, 5, 8, and let's go to the evening. Since it's not showing much, let's look at this. Let's look at the evening and see what that. So 9 and 2. So let's do 5, 8. Okay. Maybe 5, 8, 9. 5, 8, 9. That 2 and 3 will probably jump. Let's do 5, 8, and 9. Let's do 5, 8, and 9. One of those has to hit tonight. That's what I'm saying. Down at 56. And actually, I like that 2 or 3 will probably hit too. I think one of those is going to hit. Kind of guessing right now, but showing you what I'm doing. So I'm going to say a 2 or a 3 is going to hit. Normally, I don't guess this much, but all right, 15 numbers. All right. Wish it was this easy all the time. But, so let's see if any of those fell in there. What did I say earlier? I said 023. So here I had 023, 029. There's a 029. 023 did not make it to the end with that one. See 267 make it? It did not make it in my end thing, but I could be wrong. 029 did. I really don't play like this. I don't know why I'm doing this, but it is what it is. I'm just messing around. 789 in there. I don't think that's going to be that high of a number anyway. But I should look at the sums due and stuff like that. But I'm going to shut this off because it's already getting too long. I'm going to try to keep my note to 15 minutes, but I'm already over 6. So that's what I'm thinking for tonight. This or this. And this is kind of crazy, but I'll show later on that. And then the pick 4 I showed you already. And then this is pretty cool. This new here. Always remember, go to the news up here. And it gives you all the updates and stuff that's going on. This is really cool. Let's see if that West Virginia hit. 2 did not hit. I don't know. Did they not play that today or something? I don't know if they played today because, man, I am going for that too. If that did not. Now, that's basically like a one-draw state, though. So, yeah, see, that didn't. Well, they didn't draw yet. So maybe that 2 was used today. So if that 2 is not used, it'll be out 24. But that's only equal to 12 on a 2-draw state. So, you know what I'm saying? Even though it says 23, it's kind of deceiving. But this one here, 6 out 21, that's a long time, and that's a 2-draw state. Let's see what else. 0 is always one to watch. Delaware, but that's just midday alone. You know, I like this. This is a nice setup. I always did the 15, top 15, but this is pretty cool because it gives you a little more information. So I am going to shut this off. So have a good day.